Hi folks, and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 as we continue our old history Germany playthrough, getting rid of the old mustachioed man there, replacing it with something different, and making right the wrongs of the defeat of the First World War. Let's jump straight back in. We have a plan. We're going to win the German Civil War first, obviously. I hope you like this idea for a playthrough. It's something a little bit different, and it does feel good to be doing something different overall. Let's get our tanks across to here. Our light tank's not really been the most important thing. Oh, do you know what? We could actually give them some bonus, could we? No. There's nothing really of any benefit there. This isn't going to be a big armed playthrough. We're doing it World War I style, but with some differences. And naval style. Yeah, we're going to be ruling the high seas. Right, we're going to try and push through here and take these valuable victory point locations. And it appears we have absolutely zero bloody manpower. That's not good. Where's going to be the best way through? This looks like a really tough location to hit, so I'd say we go for this one. So let's get the tanks in first, pause, and then get the supporting infantry in as well. And then we might cut off that division there, which would be quite cool if we did. Send the mountaineers in. Let's send the mountaineers in. We'll go to Jena, Leipzig, Chemnitz, Dresden, and then we can attack Berlin from the south. And I think we're gonna bust in there. So it should be pretty cool. There's probably a few things you spotted that I did wrong or missed pressing in the first one. I don't think there's anything I'd need to urgently redress there. I'm guessing those guys were broken, so we're gonna go through again and just gonna follow them up. Let's get some infantry support in there. They should go pretty quickly. And then I'm trying to get around the back of there if we can. And we're in. And yep, and we're getting cock-block counter-attack, which ain't going to work. You're not getting away with that. And let's make sure we've got assistance going in there. Could we actually get to Weimar and surround whatever's in there? There's a possibility. At this point, I really feel like I need additional soldiers, but we have absolutely nothing that we can do. Well, I can, but it's in such a weakened state, it's not going to be of any benefit. Oh, I had made a mistake with the factories. I'd had more on support equipment than military equipment. I've righted that now. But, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of factories at the moment. And we are trying to build some with our 6 civilian factories. Anyway, let's see if we can press on through this. At any point, if we feel like we can make some valuable gains, there is one possibility here. Something's pulled back into there. Should we go for Berlin? Shall we go for Berlin? Something's going to try and bring the tanks back here now. No, don't. Let's just keep them guys busy. I wish I could just go for a complete encirclement here, but I don't think we've got the firepower to do this. But that never stopped me from trying before, so let's actually give it a go. That's looking quite good. Okay, so what we want to do is now they're under attack, which is not what we wanted. Salvage captured equipment. That's just a temporary reprieve. So, although we're in the middle of a civil war, there's all sorts of things. That's not going to be good for us if we take that now. That comes after the war. We have to do the strengthen the marine, or we're going to be facing some sort of rebellion afterwards. So that is on my mind. Military stuff. What does that actually give us? Initiative. It's 35 days. I think we're going to take that one. I think we're going to take that one for a 35-day bonus. I feel like we need some help, but also we can jump in here. Do we want to go down mobile warfare? It is the future, but I think what we're going to do is actually switch to Grand Battle Plan. Remember, this is the old World War I style, and we do have some cost reductions for this. So that gives us some instant bonuses, which should hopefully be quite nice. We hope. We have very little naval and air experience, which is to be expected. Right, so what we want to try and do is try and cut this guy off here, which is going to be tricky. The 4th Silesian uprising, that's fine. That's not going to be a problem. It might actually distract some of the enemy forces from that. So can we... Oh, we got in, but... Oh, we pushed in. So we couldn't get a great big... We couldn't get a great big thrust going on there, unfortunately. Looking at my options. Best options. Get the tanks, which are absolutely knackered. Let's see if we can get them up to Magdeburg. I may as well keep pushing on in there. Something's turned up. If it's just a general push, then I guess that is... Oh, we couldn't get up there. Okay, the light tank's now going to be kind of useless to us. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Massive failing in the enemy defensive lines here. Let's just push forward as much as we dare and spread out a little bit. Do you know what? Let's get the tanks in there and let's get rolling round the back. Yeah, the enemy have had... I think they've deployed forces over here, so I think we're in on this one. Should I just... Ah, they've cunningly... Okay, let's get the tanks going to there. And also, it's time to plow forwards. This is awesome. It's basically giving us free everything. Is it a general retreat? Keep going. See if we can get to Lüneburg. If we can cut this lot off, then we've got a victory in the making here. So the tanks got stuck, which is fine. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What I should do... Do you know what? Let's trigger the attack order on that flank. Because we want stuff going in there. There, excellent. Let's make sure we've just got that going. He's going to crumble. And I suspect the enemy... Let's get Hamburg. Okay, they're in big trouble now. Yep, that opening up in their rear who has caused them some major headaches. Let's make sure we are ploughing in there. Taking damage as we go, but everything is good. Get to Kiel. We'll take Kiel. Can we take Kiel? Thank you. Thank you. Just do as you're told. No one's doing as they're told here. Hang on, they're not obeying my orders. We're not playing Grand Tactician now. Troops are supposed to do as they're told in this game. Not quite sure why everyone's going up there. Right, give me one of these. He's just going to do that. And then we don't need 9 divisions on there. We really don't. And then everyone else chases the enemy off. So we've got our... Excellent. Nice little bonus there. Anything we could go down? There are some good stuff, motorized and mechanized. I think we need to make a start on the Kriegsmarine, which isn't going to be essential for this war, but it is going to be essential for after the war. And I see an end to this war coming on now, so let's get moving on a little bit. Make sure we've got aircraft on the assist. They're not helping up there. I don't know why, but they're not really helping over there. They should be. Yeah, I don't know. AI doing AI things, I guess. Right, we are in November of 36. We'll start picking up the next industry. Industry is going to be very important as we prepare for the war. Hang on, let's push in there. Now then, let's just cancel... Oh, he's got a promotion. We'll take aggressive assaulter, an offensive doctrine, and organization first. Excellent. Yep, von Rundstedt just gone crazy. Right, let's just delete that little aggressive fight there and give him something much more aggressive like that. And trigger it, because I think those guys are probably quite capable. I know they've got no... They're not really... That was too soon. They don't get the planning bonus, but that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Actually, just moving... Oh, we're going. We're going now. Ethiopia has capitulated. Berlin is just up there. I'm going to try and sneak my way through to Berlin with the tanks. Silesia has capitulated. To me? That's where all those soldiers went, so they're going to be coming straight back at me right now, aren't they? Can we... I don't think we can do anything, so confirm exit. That's a strange one. They're at war with both of us. Alright, so the enemy reinforcements are coming straight back in our direction, which ain't good. Let's just bypass Rostock. Damn, something's turned up there, which is not what we wanted. Can we push them out? Okay, I don't think we can. So I'm going to cancel the attack order on that guy. Because that's not going to work. It might work up there. We've got a naval bombardment, so if we can take Rostock, that would be brilliant. We're still attacking elsewhere, so that's good news. If we can get to Dresden. Oh, someone's in there. Having said that, they've probably just railroaded in. So, oh, Berlin is just there. Hang on, let's go round Berlin. If we can't get Berlin, we'll go around it. So, no fuel. Nah, no fuel is a massive problem. Let's bring the fleet back home, because the bombardment is nice, but I might trade for fuel, because having been out of fuel is a huge problem. So I needed to get down here. I need to get to at least the high seas fleet, I think. So we'll work up the other stuff at some point, I'm sure. Let me just see what this is, because we need to figure this out. The Kriegsmarine Revolt. So, one of the following must be true. Rebuild the High Seas Fleet, or all of the following. The High Seas Fleet and re-establish the Seakriegsleitung thing. So that's that one. And then there's one that says rebuild. I don't see the rebuild. That's the problem. I'm not seeing the rebuild, which is another option. So I think we go for this. Because these aren't either or. I'm going to go down and get that. I want to be safe for that one. Excellent. Military factories. Plunge them into there. This is cool. Actually, why has that gone off there? Oh, we have a shortage of materials. Right, okay. Not much I can do about that right now. We do want to assign some special projects, but not just yet. We're going to try and wait for the war to be... Oh, brilliant! This is amazing news. Plough in there. We've managed to get a cut-off. This is going to free up some forces. Okay, these guys going crazy trying to get to Rostock. Let's just hold, and let the proper troops come in to sort that out. Right, fuel. Let's get some trade going on. We need oil. We could get it from the Netherlands. Let's get it from the Netherlands. So let's go for one factory. Oh, I'm not building much. Let's go for 2 factories worth. Being out of fuel, I think, is going to be a problem. Let's go for 1 factory. Okay, we don't need both. I massively overestimated the amount of fuel I would need there. That's cool. Right then, how's this looking? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Great, interwar artillery is always nice. Back on here. Let's get our bonuses going. I can see our guys actually. Oh, Berlin is empty. Berlin is empty. That's the one we want to grab right there. And it's in. Hitler found dead. Oh, this is the beginning of the end for the Nazis. With the capture of Berlin, our troops discovered the corpse of Hitler in a bunker in the city. Choosing death over seeing anti-fascist elements take over the country, the leader evidently took his own life rather than risk capture. In his stead, Heinrich Himmler has now stepped up to lead the Nazis, and he has already affirmed that the government will not abate in their fight against anti-German treason. Right, so we've got rid of one nutcase, and we may have just got a worse one. Hey, don't joke about these things. Just because Hitler was really bad and everyone wanted rid of him doesn't mean there weren't worse people there as well. Hard to imagine as that is. And what's this? Nazi expulsion. Oh yes, the same old thing. Same old, same old. But we are pushing through here. Can we go through there? It wasn't quite what I wanted. Right, okay, we can... Let's trigger that again and just do a general advance now. Oh, one of our guys has been surrounded at Kustrin. That's not good, but we're leading the effort to bring them back into the fold. As long as we just join the areas up, we should be okay. There can't be much of Germany left. What does that? Did I click on the site? I did. Okay. Let's see. So we're in 37. I mean, these things are obviously useful, but fuel is less of a problem now. Artillery, don't feel like we need to go down there. Tanks can... This is something I want. Great, so we need a special project for it. All will be explained why I want that soon. I can live without everything there for the moment. And infantry equipment. We're a little bit early to be getting anything there. So we're actually, from an economy point of view and research point of view, on track, which is kind of nice. That would be good. Aircraft. Do you know what? We can actually start working on this because we are going to need some aircraft. Kind of tempted to do a one design does everything situation. Oh, we need Breslau. It's down there. Let's get some guys into that. Oh, we have no divisions on this line. This is a problem. Right. Let's make sure that... Actually, if they go in there, then we've got them surrounded. German Reich was annexed. Okay, it's all mine. It's all mine. The war is over, right? Yes. German military junta is set up. So that was... Then all the militia units disappear. So we ended the war. That went... Oh, I say they all disappear. They haven't. They might disappear in a bit. We'll see what happens to that. So, we've got some veteran divisions that did some nice work. We want all these guys down on the Austrian border now. I'm still going to go for the Anschluss because we want Austria. Now, the reason for this, Austria and the Austro-Hungarian Empire were allies during the First World War of Germany, but they were weak allies that Germany had to bail out time and time again. And otherwise, they would have collapsed. And if Germany hadn't had to do that, it could have focused more on the other fronts and possibly prolonged the war. But who knows? Who knows? So if we're in control, I think that'll be better going forward. At long last, we have freed our country from the grip of our enemies, and those loyal citizens who rose up to support our cause now finally return to their homes. As a nation, we may begin the long and arduous process of rebuilding our nation. Country's leadership, in turn, is free to begin looking ahead at what might come in the future. Democracy? I think not. Or a return to the old monarchy. One last thing remains to be taken care of, however. With the end of civil war, our troops have managed to capture a large group of the Nazi leadership. There only remains a decision of what to do. Hang them. Hang them all. What's the other option? Imprison them for life. They might come in useful in the future. We lose war support. Fascism popularity goes up. Hang the bastards. Get rid of them. Future of the paramilitary wings. With the Civil War having come to an end and the Nazi regime having been fully dismantled and now swinging from the rafters, it comes into question whether it really is a wise move to allow openly political paramilitary organizations to operate freely within our country. Seeing as the junta has little to no formal control over them, it might be wise to ban them and force their disbandment. Otherwise, we could perhaps attempt to keep them around and just scale them down enough to the point that they shouldn't be a threat. So if we disband them altogether, this is the Bismarck Jugend, which grants 0.2% population. We also get recruitable population factor 5%, so it looks like that's a double thing. Daily support for the unaligned, which is good for us, and base stability. Wait, hang on. Is that what they're currently giving? Or if we disband that, we give that? What if we demobilize them? So that's a reduction in recruitable population, a massive reduction, and less daily support. So this sounds like the better one. Oh, let me just see what they're actually giving us. This is the Bismarck Jugend, which is there. So that's giving me recruitable population of 5% and daily support from the line, which is quite good. So if I get rid of them... Oh, we get rid of them but gain 5% stability. If I keep them... Ooh, let's disband them. Okay, I don't like the look of that. We'll take the stability. The German Civil War ends. Civil war that has racked Germany has now come to an end. Fighting was extraordinarily intense, with fanatical resistance by the Nazis causing devastation on a scale reminiscent of the Great War. It appears Hitler is dead, and the Nazi leadership imprisoned or executed. The provisional government has now announced that it is necessary to secure their hold over the state and ensure the return of stability to the nation before there can be any thought of embarking on a process of constitutional reforms. So, a lot of work to be done. August von Mackensen retires from the military. He has served as well, but he's no longer in the military. He's no longer a field marshal. So we need someone else in that place. That's fine. So I was quite right about the militia all disbanding. And what about the Navy? Did we get any additional Navy? let's just combine all those together. We'll sort the Navy out. So we're still going down the High Seas Fleet option. Does that need everything? Expand the Kaiserlich. So, no, we just need that, then that. And I'm gonna go for these. Let's check our time on this, actually. We've got 400 days. I do have the possibility to actually operate some other things. I'm going to stick this in. We're not going down the 4-year plan. Different playthrough, different route. So I can do that because that will start something slowly ticking up. Right, we do need a special project going ahead. I'm going to take the... but we've got artillery. I'm going to take the artillery specialist because big artillery is something I actually want. But we also need the Flampanzer. So let's start that. That's going to be where our armoured effort is. Yeah, Flampanzers. Support companies. Could be quite good fun. As we're going for big infantry companies, that is going to be a thing. Now then, speaking of everything else, we basically need to get as many divisions as possible into the field. And, well, as many men, sorry, not divisions, but men into the field. That's so that... Is Anschluss still an option if we've gone down here? Let me just see. I believe it is. But I might be wrong about that. Where the hell would it be? Do you know what? I don't even know if that's still an option. I believe it is, but we're looking for... Anschluss, right? God damn these bloody trees. I don't think it is, actually. I think that's gone. Okay. Okay. Because I am sure I have played as Austria. When I tried the Austrian playthrough, I'm fairly certain that was still a thing. That we had von Mackensen take over, or we had the Civil War, and there was still an Anschluss, which surprised me because I didn't think that was meant to be the case. Looks like it's gone. Okay, we'll not worry about that. But I will produce as many men on the field as possible. And the way we're going to do that is just remove those. And then I'm not going to play with that. We're going to save it. I'm going to train as many as possible. We will convert them into other things. This is going to be quite simple. It just requires lots and lots of infantry equipment, which we're producing. So we can actually do that. And the rest of the stuff can build up some stocks and reserves, which will be cool. And then we can change our templates when we have a need for them. But right now, just simple manpower in the field will do very nicely. And we have a bizarre situation going with fuel. Growing public dissent. With the Civil War finally at an end, we are slowly rebuilding the nation, while the people are longing for stability and security, but have a growing fear of being adrift without an overall goal or aim. The populace is growing weary of this uncertainty, demanding a steady course. Okay, so we're going to have to do something about this, I think. There's that. And there's this 99 days. We'll abort if I'm in a civil war. Okay, we need to get out of that. We don't want that. We will move on once we get this economic recovery started. Right, excellent. So what's going on? We have some political power, but I don't think there's anything great we can spend that on. We'll be removing the MIFO bills. The rest can't come yet, so that's fine. And we've got some military industrial... This is infantry equipment, isn't it? Right, okay, let's get this going. We can get that and that. That and that. Do I care? Soft attack, yeah, we want that one. Brilliant, and then by the time all that's done... There, we'll never have to see that ever again. Lovely. Okay. All factories into... I think, infantry equipment for now. Excuse me. Right, game. Play away. We have loads of fuel. Where do I want the fleet? I'm going to put it in Kiel because there's a great big naval base there. And it seems sensible to put it in there. And shall we... Let's stick a commander in. Now, we've got Eric Rader, who was the one we kind of wanted. Karl Dönitz is the guy for submarines. I don't know who's particularly great at this. Retreat decision. He's naval AA attack. But capital ship attack, which is what we're going for. Do you have anyone else who's got big guns and stuff like that? positioning. Ironside. This guy looks like the dude. Rolf Karls. I am going to go for him. He's going to be in charge of the big fleet. Ground pounder. Look at this. Big guns expert. Oh, yes. Yes. Big guns expert. Let's get that one in. Safety first. Chance to receive a critical hit. Oh, minus 25%. That's amazing. We have one amazing admiral in there. So, whilst these guys are in there, we may as well train the entire fleet. And use some of that fuel that we've got going in there. We need to get back to producing aircraft, of course. That's going to be important. Let's make sure we're on full speed there. But right now, it's a game of political options, and we need to see what our rivals go. It's pretty obvious. Oh, Britain could go fascist. It's pretty obvious they're going communist. The game's the Olympiad. Oh, actually, that's different. Are we holding them in Germany still? We have. The game's a symbol of renewed German unity. Significant propaganda victory for the new German regime. Well, yeah, but not the type of propaganda that they were in reality. Mechanical computing. We're in 37. So let's definitely go for this. All right, I kind of like where we're going. Ooh, right. We do have a bigger priority for building. We need to get on the naval engineering facility. So let's put that right in, I think, this one. And I should have control-clicked that and put it to the top. Do we see where it's gone? Let's just come out of there. That menu seems broken. It's there. Up to the top. I want that completing. Right, prioritize economic growth. And at that point, I don't think we can do anything... Well, we can, but that's just infrastructure. That's going to take a while, because I believe... This one, let's have a look. It doesn't do anything just yet, actually. Well, it does, but not what I wanted to. Okay. Currency reforms. How do we get rid of the MIFO bills? I thought we could do it through this. Changing popularity of non-aligned. That was a mistake. That's not good. Is that for... Oh, we're going to have to work our way out of that then. Should I just cancel the damn things? I thought there's something that gets rid of them, because I'm pretty sure I was able to do that when I had a quick look at this before. Oh, anyway, oh, never mind that. Never mind. There are more important things. So tend to the future of Germany, where we want to go down this. There is one actually, lock decision, public works program. I thought there's one which slows down. Yeah, adds 14 days to the public dissent one. We want that. Let's get that. Okay, the Navy is working. That's working. 10 to the future of Germany. That comes in really quick. So we're definitely not going communist. We want monarchist sentiment. It's 14 days. Does it help with the... It helps with the non-aligned, so that's good. And 30 days to public dissent, yeah. So basically we've got to get these lines sorted out really, really quickly. We're going to find a load of horsemen. Oh no, that's the infantry division. Brilliant. Just make sure you guys are trained up as well. Anarchist uprising in the Spanish Civil War. Now in this campaign, we can't actually help in the Spanish Civil War because we don't have the options to, not being fascist. So, and there is a way to do it, but we can't do it. Revive the Kaiserreich. So we need 40% for the DNVP, which we may need to put an advisor in for. This one, that's going to go down other things and free elections. I don't think we want to go down that route. I don't think. That sounds very exciting. It's not what we're here for. So at the moment, we need to get that support up, don't we? This is what we want. Oh, we need to get rid of August von Mackensen first. So I can't do it just yet. That's a shame. I think it's probably that one, the one that I want. Return of the Kaiser. Yeah, military dictatorship. This looks like the thing we need. Excellent. We'll come back to that one then. Shall we revitalize the nation for some stability? Yeah, we'll pick that. And at this point, we can actually go and modify the government. So we're looking for this here. monarchist sentiment. I don't know if anyone has it. There's a monarchist jurist, which actually doesn't have anything to do with the monarchy. An influential pastor. I'm not talking about spaghetti. There's a reduction in communism and fascism support. It's not bad, but I don't think it's what we want. Minister of Food and Agriculture. Is there nobody here? Former Reichsbank president. An anti-fascist agent. I mean, these are useful things, but they're not quite what we're after. Daily fascism. I think, is that, what else do we get there? Party popularity stability modifier and political power gain. I'm going to put him in. Remember, the idea is that we can switch these around at any time. Once we have the political power, of course.